Let's think about the last time you paid for something. Was it your morning coffee, groceries? Maybe you zapped some money to a friend. Chances are you did it with a quick tap on your phone. I mean, India's digital payment revolution has made life unbelievably easy, right? But all that convenience comes with a risk that's hiding in plain sight. And when I say revolution, I mean it. Just look at this number. In a single year, India clocked 46 billion digital transactions. That's billion, with a B. It's staggering. This technology is not just some cool feature anymore, it's literally part of the fabric of our daily lives. But this massive change brings up a huge question. As we're all tapping and scanning and sending money in the blink of an eye, how safe is it really? For every new convenience, there's a new vulnerability. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now. To really protect yourself, you've got to understand how the other side thinks. So let's open up the scammer's playbook, shall we? We're going to look at the most common plays they run to try and trick people just like you. Okay, first up, you've probably heard these two terms thrown around, phishing and smishing. They sound almost the same, and the goal is the same, but the method's different. Phishing, that's voice phishing, is when a scammer calls you, pretending to be from your bank or some other official place. Smishing is the exact same idea, but it comes through an SMS, a text message, usually with a shady link. So one uses voice, the other uses text. Simple as that. Now, here's what's so fascinating. Both phishing and smishing fall under this umbrella, social engineering. This isn't some super complex hack where someone's breaking through digital firewalls. Nope, this is an attack on human psychology. It's all about manipulating trust, creating panic, and tricking you into handing over the keys to your own digital kingdom. Let me give you a perfect example of social engineering in action, the screen sharing scam. It starts so innocently. You Google a customer care number, and a fake one pops up first. You call it, a super friendly, helpful agent on the other end convinces you to download a normal screen sharing app so they can help you fix your problem. But the second you give them not access, it's game over. They see your screen, they watch you type in your PIN, they grab your OTPs as they come in, and they start draining your account in real time. And this brings us to a rule that you should never, ever forget. Burn this into your brain. No legitimate bank, no e-wallet, no company will ever call you and ask you to download software so they can access your device. If you hear that request, it's not a red flag, it's a blaring siren. Just hang up. All right, now for something even more sinister, SIM swap fraud. This one is particularly nasty because the scammers don't just peek at your screen, they take over your entire phone number. They actually trick your mobile provider into switching your number over to a brand new SIM card, one that they control. So here's how the attack goes down, step by step. First, they phish you to get your personal details. Then, they use that info to impersonate you and ask your mobile company for a new SIM. The first thing you'll notice is that your phone suddenly has no signal. The bars are gone. That's the moment the hijack happens. Their new SIM is active, and now they're getting all your calls, all your texts, and, here's the jackpot for them, all of your banking OTPs. It's kind of wild to think about, isn't it? This tiny little piece of plastic, it's the master key to so much of our digital life. And with a SIM swap, the scammer basically makes a copy of your key and walks right in. And you don't even know what's happened until it's way too late. So, social engineering is all about tricking you, the person. But what about threats that don't need to fool you at all? Some of the scariest attacks are the ones that just sit quietly on your phone, hiding in plain sight. Let's walk through a real-world example of this. You get tricked into visiting a phishing site, and you download what looks like your bank's official app. But once it's installed, that fake app secretly releases a malicious program. It starts scraping all your financial data and sending it back to the scammers. And get this is the craziest part. Some of this malware can even use your phone's processor to mine cryptocurrency for the criminals, all in the background, without you having a clue. And the reason this stuff works so well is because the fakes are incredibly convincing. We're talking about scammers who copy the real logos, the real fonts, the exact layout from the official bank websites. They create this perfect illusion of safety to get you to let your guard down and type in your most private information. Okay, that was the scary part. I get it. But now let's talk about the empowering part. Knowing the threats is step one. Building your defense is step two. So let's get into the simple but really powerful habits you can build to create your own digital shield and keep your money where it belongs. Let's start with the absolute, non-negotiable golden rules. This is straight from the Reserve Bank of India. This information is for your eyes only. your PIN, your OTP, your CVV, your passwords. Think of them like the key to your front door. You wouldn't just hand that over to a stranger who called you, right? It's the exact same logic here. Never, ever, ever share them. Now for some really simple digital hygiene. Let's start with the do's. Get in the habit of checking your transactions regularly. Only use apps from trusted, official app stores. And please, I'm begging you, enable two-factor authentication wherever you can. It is one of your strongest lines of defense. Now for the don'ts. This is just as important. Never use public Wi-Fi at a cafe or airport for financial stuff. Don't click on weird links in texts or emails, no matter how curious you are. And don't ignore those alerts from your bank. They are your early warning system. And this applies to everything you do online, whether you're paying a utility bill, ordering dinner, or doing some online shopping. It's all about making security a constant habit, something that just runs in the background, not something you only think about every now and then. But what if the worst happens? What if, despite all your best efforts, you realize you've been scammed? It's natural to panic, but the best thing you can have in that moment is a clear plan of action. So here is exactly what you need to do right away. This is the first and most important number you need to know. 1930. That's the National Cybercrime Helpline. The second you even suspect fraud, you call this number. Time is absolutely critical, and a fast phone call can give authorities a chance to freeze the transaction before your money disappears for good. Okay, so after that urgent first call, you also need to file a formal complaint online. And don't worry, the process is really straightforward. You just go to cybercrime.gov.in. The website guides you through it step by step. You can upload evidence like screenshots and transaction IDs. Once you hit submit, make sure you save that reference number so you can track your case. And look, reporting isn't just about trying to get your own money back. It is about fighting back. Every single complaint gives law enforcement crucial data to spot patterns, track these criminal networks, and stop them from hitting someone else. When you report it, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping everyone. We've talked about all the tech, the different scams, the safety habits, but what is the single most powerful weapon you have against all of this? I'll give you a hint. It's probably not what you're thinking. And that really brings us to the core of it all. At the end of the day, technology is just a tool. The real weakness, the thing that scammers exploit over and over again, isn't in the code or the app. It's us. It's human nature. They don't hack systems. They hack people. They hack our trust, our fear, our curiosity. And that means your strongest defense isn't some fancy antivirus software or a super long password. It's awareness. It's the knowledge you have in your head right now. It's that ability to just pause for a second, think critically, and ask, wait, does this feel right? So now that you're armed with this knowledge, the real question is, who in your life are you going to share this with? Who will you empower next?